Tatooine burned under twin suns, but Qui-Gon Jinn felt cold. The Force warned him in flashes, red blades, screaming engines, and a predator's patience. He had faced darkness before. This was different. This was a hunt. When Anakin ran ahead, excited and unguarded, Qui-Gon's calm mask finally cracked. The boy was a spark in dry grass, and someone out there wanted the fire. The attack came like a knife. Darth Maul dropped from the clouds, cloak snapping, saber igniting with a violent hiss. No words, no warning, only hunger. Qui-Gon stepped forward and did not negotiate. He moved first, fast, direct, driving Maul back with heavy strikes that felt like thunder. Sand exploded with each step. Maul tried to circle, tried to toy with him, but Qui-Gon refused the rhythm. He broke it. He pressed. He punished every opening. Obi-Wan shouted from the ship, but Qui-Gon didn't look back. Maul lunged for Anakin's direction. One cruel feint meant to pull Qui-Gon off balance. Qui-Gon didn't chase. He anticipated. He slammed Maul's wrist with a brutal cut, disarming him mid-spin. The red blade tore a line through the sand and died. For a heartbeat, Maul froze, confused, furious. That hesitation killed the moment. Qui-Gon's green blade stopped at Maul's throat. "Who sent you?" Qui-Gon demanded. Maul smiled like a wound. "You already know." Qui-Gon felt it then, an invisible hand far away, tightening strings. This assassin wasn't the plan, he was the message. Qui-Gon stunned Maul with the Force, binding him before he could vanish. No escape, no mystery, not this time. Obi-Wan rushed in, staring at the captured Sith like it wasn't real. Anakin stared too, wide-eyed, shaken, alive. But Qui-Gon wasn't relieved. He was terrified. Because if the Sith were bold enough to strike here, in the open, then the real war had already begun, and the Jedi were already late. And as the ship lifted off, Qui-Gon felt another presence watching, pleased that the trap had finally snapped. Coruscant welcomed them with towers and lies. Qui-Gon felt both. The council chamber went silent as temple guards dragged the bound Sith forward. Darth Maul did not struggle. He watched, almost amused, like he was still winning. Mace Windu's voice cut first. "This proves nothing. It proves everything," Qui-Gon said. A Sith revealed himself on Tatooine in open daylight. Ki-Adi-Mundi frowned. "The Sith have been extinct for a millennium." Maul let out a quiet laugh. That sound snapped something in Qui-Gon. He stepped closer to the council, not as a student asking permission, but as a Jedi delivering a warning. "They are moving," Qui-Gon said, "and they are not afraid of you." Yoda's ears lowered. "Afraid you are." Qui-Gon met his gaze. "I am afraid of being late." Anakin waited outside the chamber, small in the shadows of the temple, listening to voices argue about his life like it was a weapon to store away. He gripped his mother's parting charm until his knuckles hurt. The council voted, as they always did. Caution, delay, debate. Qui-Gon refused it. He turned, robe snapping, and spoke the words like a blade. "I will train him, with or without your blessing." Obi-Wan followed him into the corridor. "Master, you can't challenge them like that." Qui-Gon stopped. His eyes were hard, but not cruel. "I'm challenging the darkness, Obi-Wan. The Council is just in the way." Obi-Wan's anger flared, then cracked into fear. "If he falls, then we failed," Qui-Gon said, "not him." He pulled Obi-Wan close, voice low. "Swear to me. Swear you will not let this boy be abandoned by the Order." Obi-Wan swallowed. He looked back toward the council doors, toward the weight of tradition. Then he looked toward Anakin, alone, uncertain, hopeful. "I swear," Obi-Wan said.
Behind them, the council doors opened, and a temple guard rushed out, breathless, eyes wide. "The Sith prisoner," he choked. "He's gone!" Feed power generators still shook with distant battle. Blaster fire echoed above, and smoke crept through the palace halls. But deep below, Qui-Gon Jinn had stopped thinking like a defender. He was hunting. He studied the catwalks, the narrow bridges, the long drops into the core. Then he moved, quiet, steady, placing himself where Darth Maul would want him most, at the center, exposed, alone. Maul arrived like a blade thrown from the dark. His double saber flared. "You should have stayed dead," Maul hissed. Qui-Gon did not answer. He only raised his green blade and waited. The first clash was violent, sparks flying, metal screaming. Maul pressed hard, trying to overwhelm him with speed. Qui-Gon gave ground on purpose, step by step, guiding him toward the thinnest bridge, the one with only a single rail. Obi-Wan sprinted in from the corridor, but Qui-Gon lifted one hand, a warning, "Stay back." Maul spun, struck low, then high. Qui-Gon blocked, turned, and used the Force, not to attack, but to shift the timing of the room. The energy gates cycled. Maul flung through as one gate opened. Qui-Gon followed, but not fully. He clipped Maul's saber staff with a sharp twist, then drove his shoulder into Maul's chest. Maul staggered onto the bridge as the next gate began to close behind them. Now Maul was trapped with him. Qui-Gon fought with calm brutality, no wasted motion, no fear. He battered Maul's defenses, then sliced the hilt, sparking, forcing the Sith to retreat. Maul's boots slipped near the edge. Qui-Gon disarmed him with a final strike and kicked him down hard. Maul hit the deck, stunned, and Qui-Gon pinned him with the Force, breathing slow. Obi-Wan stepped forward, shocked. "Master, finish it!" Qui-Gon stared at Maul's yellow eyes. "No, he talks." And as the energy gates began to reopen, Maul smiled through the pain. "You have no idea what's coming." Maul stayed alive, but barely. In a secure Naboo chamber, his wrists locked in stun bindings, he laughed through blood. Qui-Gon watched him in silence, feeling the anger under Obi-Wan's skin. "Talk," Qui-Gon said. "Pause. Who trained you?" Maul's eyes burned. A shadow, a senator's smile, a voice in the dark. Pause. "Sidious." The name meant nothing to the guards. It meant everything to Qui-Gon. Within hours, Qui-Gon pushed for immediate transport. No celebrations, no parades. He boarded a Republic cruiser with Maul in a sealed cell and Obi-Wan at his side. The Queen remained on Naboo to rebuild, while Qui-Gon chased the larger war. Coruscant rose like a steel storm, endless traffic, endless towers, endless lies. At the Jedi Temple, the Council listened, but their faces stayed cold. Mace Windu called it a victory, Ki-Adi-Mundi called it an assassin, Yoda called it troubling. Yet none of them moved with urgency. They will bury this, Qui-Gon realized. They are scared of it. So he went to the Senate. The rot was louder there. Chancellor Valarium looked exhausted, trapped behind allies who no longer believed in him. Senators argued over trade routes while Naboo still burned in their reports. And in the upper tiers, the fear was already organized. Whispers of invasion, whispers of weakness, whispers that the Republic needed a stronger hand. Qui-Gon demanded a closed session. He demanded Maul be questioned under Republic authority. The request vanished into committees. Then a private message arrived, an invitation from Senator Palpatine of Naboo, a friend, a calm voice, a man offering help. Obi-Wan distrusted it instantly. "This is politics, Master." Qui-Gon nodded. Pause. "Then we strike before politics strikes us." That night, Qui-Gon returned to Maul's cell to force the truth out fast, but the door was already open. The lights flickered, the guards were down, and Maul's restraints lay on the floor, cut clean like a warning. A soft, hollow projector blinked on by itself. Sidious's voice filled the cell. Pause. You brought my weapon to my doorstep, Jedi. The Jedi Council did not bless the decision. They tolerated it. Qui-Gon accepted that. Pause. He took Anakin Skywalker from the temple dorms before the Whispers could shape him, before the other Padawans could turn him into a story, before the Masters could turn him into a warning. On the first morning, Qui-Gon did not hand Anakin a lightsaber. He handed him silence. They meditated for hours in a high chamber that overlooked Coruscant traffic. Speeders flashed like sparks below. Anakin's fingers twitched. His eyes kept opening. You're looking for noise, Qui-Gon said. Noise is where fear...
I miss my mom, he whispered. Qui-Gon's voice softened. Then we honor that love by not letting it control you. Anakin stared at him, stunned, because no one had said that before. No one had made room for the feeling without feeding it. Far across the city, in a private office filled with candlelight, Senator Palpatine listened to reports of Anakin's progress. He smiled. So Qui-Gon thinks he's saved the boy. A messenger droid arrived at the temple with a sealed alert. Naboo, Shmi Skywalker, missing. And Anakin felt the Force scream, like something had taken her on purpose. Palpatine did not strike with an army. He struck with pressure. It began as a rumor inside the Senate. Qui-Gon Jinn had overstepped on Naboo. He had taken a Sith prisoner without approval. He had disrupted proper channels. The word spread like smoke, thin, quiet, and everywhere. Then the attack started. A maintenance lift in the Jedi Temple failed while Qui-Gon and Anakin stepped inside. The cable snapped. The platform dropped. Qui-Gon reacted instantly. He locked the lift in mid-air with the Force, veins tight in his neck, boots shaking on metal that wanted to fall. Anakin stared down the shaft, breath caught. Focus, Qui-Gon ordered, not fear. They climbed out alive. Minutes later, temple technicians swore the system had been inspected that morning. Obi-Wan chased the evidence and found a data trail wiped clean. Professional work. That same night, a courier delivered a package to Qui-Gon's quarters. No sender, no mark, only a small box. Qui-Gon did not open it with his hands. He opened it with the Force. A needle fired out, fast enough to kill in a second, then froze in the air, trembling. Poison glistened on its tip. Anakin's face went pale. They're trying to kill you. Qui-Gon's eyes hardened. They're trying to make me react. By the next council meeting, the room felt colder. Mace Windu questioned Qui-Gon's instability. Ki-Adi-Mundi warned that attachments were already forming between master and student. Even Yoda hesitated, as if waiting for Qui-Gon to make one wrong move. Qui-Gon wanted to shout. He didn't. He saw the pattern now. If the council doubted him, they would slow him down, and if they slowed him down, Sidious would win. So Qui-Gon moved in secret. He sent Obi-Wan to trace Senate communications. He kept Anakin close, drilling discipline into him like armor, and he followed one quiet lead, an encrypted signal tied to the temple sabotage. It ended at a landing platform near the Senate district. A shadowed ship warmed its engines. Qui-Gon stepped into the rain, cloak heavy, hand on his saber. The boarding ramp lowered, and Darth Maul walked out, alive, rebuilt, and smiling. Maul ignited a red blade, slow and deliberate. You should have killed me when you had the chance, Jedi. The first clone transports launched from Kamino, like a curtain rising on tragedy. Senators cheered. The HoloNet called it salvation. The Jedi Council called it duty. Qui-Gon called it a trap. In the temple war room, maps of separatist worlds filled the air. Masters spoke in numbers, troops, routes, supply lines. Qui-Gon stepped forward and broke the rhythm. If we become generals, he said, we stop being Jedi. Mace Windu's stare could cut stone. Then you abandon the Republic. Qui-Gon shook his head. I refuse to abandon the truth. Yoda warned him softly. Alone you will be. Qui-Gon accepted that too. He requested one thing, freedom to investigate Sidious. The Council denied it. Politics was already in the room with them. So Qui-Gon moved without permission. He took Obi-Wan first because Obi-Wan still trusted the Force over the Council's pride. Then he took Anakin because Anakin's future would be decided by what he saw in this war. They vanished into Coruscant's underlevels, chasing the sabotage network that had targeted the temple. Credits led to smugglers. Smugglers led to coded shipments marked for medical aid. Medical aid led to weapons. At a hidden dock, they found crates stamped with Republic clearance. Obi-Wan's voice dropped. These are our supplies. Qui-Gon opened a crate. Inside were disruptor rifles. Illegal, brutal, separatist grade. Someone was arming both sides. Anakin's hands clenched. So the war is being fed. Qui-Gon nodded. By one mouth. They traced the clearance code to a Senate office. Not a name, just a symbol. A simple crest used by the Chancellor's private advisors. That night, they broke into the office through a maintenance shaft. Files were locked behind layered encryption. Obi-Wan smiced in. Anakin stood guard, breathing fast, hearing every footstep above them. Then, a soft click. The door to the office opened from the outside. 3 red dots appeared on Anakin's chest. Sniper beams. Close. A calm voice came through the darkness. Jedi, step away from the terminal. And Qui-Gon recognized it. No holo projector, no mask. Sidious, speaking through a living agent. Qui-Gon slowly raised his hands. Obi-Wan froze at the terminal because the file they uncovered was titled Skywalker Contingency. The Senate office stayed dark, but the air felt crowded, like the shadows were listening. Red sniper dots held Anakin in place. Obi-Wan kept his hands up, eyes locked on the terminal. Qui-Gon stood between them and the door, calm enough to make the threat feel smaller. Step away, the unseen agent repeated. Qui-Gon spoke into the darkness. You're not here for us. You're here for him. Silence. Then a soft laugh, controlled, confident. The voice did not sound like a thug or a bounty hunter. It sounded like someone used to command. Anakin's chest rose and fell fast. The file title burned in his mind. Skywalker Contingency. He wanted to surge forward, to fight, to end it now. Qui-Gon sensed it. He did not grab Anakin. He didn't shout. He just anchored him. Breathe, Qui-Gon said. You're not a blade. You're a choice. Anakin's fists unclenched. The tremor in his arms eased. He swallowed the rage like poison and kept it